After a millennia of disappearing, finally, it's back!
Yay!
The GRYITH show live! The last GRYITH show was on May 3rd.
Oh my gosh.
I fucking know. It's insane. What's been happening? How have people been able to keep up with all of the latest and greatest media and gaming news?
Nothing's happened since May 3rd.
Nothing at all. For like, to put that into perspective, right? That is before the release of Resident Evil Village. That is before the release, I believe, of Balan Wonderworld. It's before Ratchet and Clank. It's before E3. It's fucking ages ago. It's been too long, I think. And I also think that my green screen doesn't look very good today. What's going on? What's going on here? Do I need to tilt my light? Is that going to help? You know what? I don't even care. We've got too much to be discussing, right?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Yay.
Yeah.
After a month, I've returned.
Oh my god. You've returned.
Oh, I was saying yes. That's a long time since Resident Evil Village.
Yes.
Oh.
Like almost 2 months, as I said. May 3rd was the last good show. So let's fucking jump right into it. And some of this I'm going to have to be doing live because I underestimated how much happened in 2 months. And I was trying to get everything prepared and I couldn't get it done in time. So you know what? I've got all of the gaming stories done. It's the TV and MISC. And you all know what MISC is.
Yeah. Going for a ride. Hey,
Yeah, baby. That's a funny joke.
Wow, wee wah.
Wow. There's gotta be a better way to make my green screen look, right? Can I? It's just, I hate this border. What is that about? He's gone. He couldn't take my green screen. I have trouble sometimes. I'll be honest with the green screen. It's good to be back. It does. Being able to look at the screen. What happened? What happened? What's going on? The technology's
now.
the technology's too old. It hasn't been used in this server hasn't been used in so long. It's rusty. All right.
I'm dusting off the broadband.
The cables, they're clamoring like old pipes. Right.
Anyway, yeah, whatever. I'll be back and forth. It's all good.
You know what? You respond to stories when you're here, and I don't know, scream into the void when you're not. I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I do that.
What's first? What's first on the agenda?
I don't know.
God damn it. Right. In fucking what's the month before May? April.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive was registered as a trademark. As in, the trademark was refreshed. But here's the twist. It was refreshed by Sony.
Oh.
Who, of course, now owns Insomniac.
Yeah.
Which means that if they are refreshing this in order to make a sequel to Sunset Overdrive, that means that you will need an Xbox 360 and a PS5 in order to get the full Sunset Overdrive experience.
What's Sunset Overdrive on 360? I thought
it might be an Xbox One. I think it was like a launch title, right?
Yeah. Because when I had Xbox One for like a year, I had that.
How was that? How'd you find Sunset Overdrive? I tried playing it on PC. Didn't have a good time.
I guess it's just like, I don't know who said it. It might have been Tom who said it. Like, on something that makes very good games, but it's just good.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if there's like. I mean, we'll talk about another Insomniac game later on in the show. Who knows what that'll be? But yes, Insomniac make really, really good games. Like, I can't tell you with most of their games, like if like the newer ones especially. If I look at Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart or Spider-Man, I couldn't point to them and say this is a problem with this game.
Yeah.
But they just don't stick in the memory, do they?
They're well made.
Yeah.
If you put it into an AI machine, give it one that can make a game, and
Yes.
it just probably like, okay, yes, this is a good game. It plays well. It
Yeah,
holds the fight. It looks great.
this is a fun game. I'm enjoying. I couldn't tell you in the moment a problem with this game.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we could be getting a Sunset Overdrive sequel, is what that boils down to.
And
Next,
I'm sure that'll be fine too.
next up, this wacky game Resident Evil Village launched.
I
Heard of this? Heard about this?
No, I haven't. No. Oh, God.
I've played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a smidge. For anyone watching who doesn't get the joke, I've played this game like 10 times all the way through.
Like in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, in like the 2 weeks after it first released, I played
You
this like
platinumed
10 times. Good question. Have I platinumed it? You'd have thought so, right?
Yeah, I would have thought so. Because you platinum games that came out sooner.
Yeah,
quicker.
true. Oh man, we'll get to that in a bit. Point is, Resident Evil Village, really good. It doesn't have that same spark of magic as Resident Evil 7. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Resident Evil 7 was like, oh my god, it's so different. It's got the first person perspective, you know, the new visual style, the new everything.
Yeah.
But it still felt like Resident Evil. Whereas
Yeah.
this is just like, oh, it's first person again, sure. Oh, and it's, you know, in the village setting like Resident Evil 4 again. A lot of this game is really, really good, but it's just, oh, it's this again. You know?
Yeah, it's a direct sequel in every sense of the word.
Yes, definitely. Like, don't get me wrong, this feels really different to 7. Like, it's, you know, got the gothic, like, style, and the cast is so interesting. Just as interesting as the Resident Evil 7 cast, you know? In fact, if not more interesting.
Just more variety. In every sense of the word,
Yeah.
it's more variety.
Yes, absolutely. But I don't know. When I think about the newer Resident Evils, I still kind of have that special place in my heart for 7, but that might just be nostalgia. Who's to say?
So I wouldn't say that because I played the game like years after it released. Because I've heard very good things, and I was very surprised with it. I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, it's one of those games that catches you off guard.
Yeah, exactly. And 8 was like, yeah, it's bigger, but
Yeah,
was it better though? It's like,
Yeah, that's the thing. It definitely does more. Like, it is definitely, like, on paper, improved, right?
Yeah.
But it's...
But is it better? Like
Exactly.
as experience.
That's the
I would say
question.
no.
I'd still have to think about it. I'm constantly flip-flopping on this game.
The DLC would like tip it one way or the other.
Yeah, true, because I love the Resident Evil 7 DLC. I think is a fantastic offering. A lot of people say they don't like the fact that it's just a lot of small little chunks of game. But I like that. I think if the DLC for Resident Evil 7 had been like 2 or 3 big expansions and that's it, I don't think it would have felt the same. But the fact that it's like these little scenes just here and there.
Expanding on the story.
Exactly.
Widening it.
They're a lot more focused. And like look at the band footage tapes. You know, you've got like the card game one and then the one where you've got to hide from Marguerite in the bed. Like they're all so different. And so, I don't know. We'll see what they do for 8 though. I'm worried that they're going to start releasing DLC and it'll just be like, well, guess what, everyone? We've got a new map for the mercenaries.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, great, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, next up, Ubisoft announced a sequel to the Division called
Ooh.
Heartland. Here's the twist: it's going to be free to play.
Oh my god.
I know. Do you know what's horrifying about that though?
What's that?
The Division 2 was already stuffed to the brim with microtransactions. I dread what they're going to do with this game.
It'll be free to download.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. God, look at this. Oh my god, look at this. Tom Clancy's The Division universe. The Division, Division 2, Division 2 Warlords of New York, Division 2 Heartland, Division 2 more new content, Division Mobile, Division Novel, and the Division Netflix film? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I love The Division.
I don't think anyone loves The Division as much. I put like
I can tell you the plot.
I've put like 40 hours into The Division 1 and like 70 hours into Division 2. And the only reason I know anything about the plot is because I got back into The Division 2 when lockdown started. And it's about a flu-like virus that causes millions of people to die.
Oh.
Fiction, right?
Yeah, fiction. Yeah.
Wild. God.
Wow.
What a world. Moving on.
Imagine.
Oh, yeah, Ubisoft, they also announced when they announced Heartland that it's going, from now on, they're going to start branding all of their games as Ubisoft Originals.
Yeah,
it's going to have a new ident at the beginning.
Yeah, like, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a non-announcement, right?
Yeah, it's also a bit, like, unnecessary.
Yeah, basically what they're saying is, instead of having the Ubisoft logo at the beginning, it's going to say Original next to it.
It's a bit up itself, isn't it?
It is a bit. It's it's you know how for PS5 games Sony now has the Marvel-esque Sony logo thing.
Yeah, like
if they announced that,
that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. If they were like, this means that the game is a PlayStation exclusive premium title. It's like, did you need to announce that though? It already said a Sony Entertainment Presents at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Also a very good point. I was gonna say, like, also with Sony, we see PlayStation Studios, like, oh, okay, so again, like a nice cinematic, game-breaking, like just industry pushing game.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Oh, I can't wait to climb a tower. No, they don't do that anymore. They go out of their way not to do that anymore.
Just Dance.
I can't wait to go in an open world full of collectibles and many, many small 10-minute side missions. And oh man, I'm just thinking about Far Cry 5 now. That's a good game. Underrated. Far Cry 5 underrated.
Go on, Ubisoft. You make those original games.
Yeah, at least.
Are they still losing money? Are they alright now?
I think they're alright because Valhalla is like the highest. It's not the highest selling, but it is the most profitable Assassin's Creed game ever.
Okay.
And I can't. Yeah, I don't know if that's because games just cost more now, or if it's because of in-game purchases, or if it's because of season pass sales. But all I know is that it is the most profitable Assassin's Creed title in history.
Oh, well, good for them.
Yeah, good for them. At least what I always say with Ubisoft is there's not much variety in Ubisoft games, but at least they're reliable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're getting. It's going to be good, but it's going to be the same.
Yeah. True.
Moving on. Yeah, they're building on that. They've said that they're going to be moving from releasing 3 to 4 AAA games a year, and instead are going to be releasing high-end free-to-play titles, which is a little worrying to me because I'm a big fan of their premium open-world titles. Watch Dogs, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, like some of my favorite, franchises to dip into every year or two whenever they come out. But I don't know, I'm just not big on free-to-play games because free-to-play games are always, this isn't actually true, but I'm exaggerating.
No, you said it now.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't like PvP gameplay. I just don't like PvP. Okay, it sucks. I know gun. I'm aware of gun, but I can gun stupid robot AI, not human people who are smarter than me. What were they thinking? And I am a bit worried that, like, every single game Ubisoft releases from here on out is going to be... What was that game? What was that game they released, like, 2 years ago? Hyperscape? Hyperspace?
I have no idea.
It was a battle royale. Hyperpop?
Hyperpop, yeah, that's what it was.
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah. You had a 100 gex bundle.
Oh, it is a battle royale. You've got 100 gex and a last gex. God, moving on. Moving on. we got some more information on May 10th about PSVR 2. We got to look at their shiny controllers.
Nice.
Yeah, they look very sleek and modern.
Very futuristic.
Yeah, very futuristic. Apparently, these new controllers are going to have the PS5's haptic triggers, or reactive triggers, whatever they call them.
Yeah, adaptive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adapt to your.
Yeah, it's adaptive triggers. You're right. Yeah, and it's haptic. Yeah, it's gonna have the haptics as well. They're basically just gonna be a split in half PS5 controller, which is cool. That sounds cool for VR.
Yeah, because as you know, we've both been playing Returnal
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes.
And God, the controller by itself is like, jeez, I'm nuts every 2 seconds.
It's true. It's absolutely
It vibrates
true.
on the pause menu, Joshua.
It does. They really, Sony was like, you need to use every single feature of the controller as much as you can. Well, sure, we can make a couple sounds come out of the controller. No.
No.
Every sound comes out of the controller. All of them. What? We got no. The controller battery is going to last 2 minutes.
We have to charge £70 per game if we do that. Do it.
You fools! We were going to charge £70 anyway.
No.
Sony, no. You monsters.
Yeah, no, that's cool for VR.
Yeah. And supposedly it's going to have stuff like eye tracking, which, yeah, I know. Eye tracking is supposedly the future of VR. Leads to some real opportunities with stuff like foveated rendering and all that. But it's going to have multi-layered screens, and it's going to connect. I don't know if you've seen a PSVR connected to a PlayStation 4 before, but it's like a million cables with like an intermediary box. It's going to be one USB-C cable straight into the PS5, which is great.
Oh, this sounds expensive.
That was what I was gonna say. It sounds amazing. I really don't want to know what the price tag is going to be. It's going to be the price
like a
of
second PS5.
Exactly. It's going to be the cost of the PS5 on top of the PS5, which is scary. Especially scary considering it's going to be the PS5. It's going to be just like the PS5 in another way, in that it's going to have all these cool features, but most of the stuff that you're going to be able to play on it is just the PSVR games that you could already play on the PS4 with none of the PS5 features.
Virtual reality in 4K.
Oh boy. God, I sure hope there are no stories today to do with Rick and Morty.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Anyway. Minecraft released a How to Train Your Dragon DLC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
With fully functional dragons and dragon riding, and each dragon behaves differently. It looks cool. Honestly, the Minecraft like crossover DLCs are kind of interesting. They're always kind of fun. Like I've spent loads of time in the Jurassic World one because I'm a simp for Jurassic Park, and it's really fun. It's just like running Jurassic World. Never ends well. Anyway, Minecraft. This one's one of our newer stories, but I decided to move it next to this one. Minecraft also released another new DLC just a few days ago. It's Sonic! Sonic the Hedge!
Yeah.
I've seen so
now.
many people on my Twitter and Reddit just playing this DLC, and it is... I mean, it looks... it doesn't even look like Minecraft at a certain point.
No. It looks very fun though.
It does look really fun. Like, I'm half tempted to get it. Problem is that it costs money on top of Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I've already bought Minecraft.
What I've seen of it, it's not too much to do.
Yeah. I wouldn't imagine it would be. But hey, Sonic's got to have that, 30th anniversary shit, right?
Yeah, he's old. He's got to get going.
He's so old. The lower back pain will start kicking in any day now.
I'll take my opioids.
Do you know who else had a birthday? Xbox.
What? Oh my god,
Yeah.
everyone's having a birthday this year.
The 20th.
That was
Everyone's
bad.
having a birthday
That
this
was
year.
terrible. That was-
Yeah, wild
Oh.
that. The 20th anniversary of the original Xbox.
Wow.
So yeah, that's that. That's the story. Xbox.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Moving on. Bet you forgot this. Saints Row 3 was announced to be having a remaster for the Gen 9 consoles.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was announced 2 months ago. Remember?
Yeah, okay. As in, no.
I can't believe Saints Row 3 for PS5 got announced before Saints Row. Before Skyrim. Before Skyrim. Before Skyrim for PS5. Can't believe that's not happened.
Yeah. I like the fact they only do the third one.
Yes.
That's the one people know and care about.
Yeah, it's the one that has all of the. It's the widest appeal.
Yeah. I need to play. I was gonna get on Switch, but then it turned out to be bad. So I would just wait for the remaster again.
I must have included this story by mistake. This is just an opinion piece. You know, people saying that maybe they're going to make a Dead Space trilogy, but that's just an opinion piece. You know, nothing back in it. I'm sure that's not going to come. I'm sure I'm not setting up something for later on in the show. Okay, there's no way. Hello, Jess.
Hello.
Microsoft on May 24th took over the rights for sequels to The Outer Worlds.
Wow.
I wonder if
they've already got a sequel for The Outer Worlds.
that was going to be the joke, Jess! Yeah, they also announced The Outer Worlds 2 at E3 in the Microsoft presentation.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy, in it.
In it.
In it.
Oh, Josh, you got hydrate.
Oh, motherfucker.
You got hydrate.
I mean, mother fricker.
Oh, off you go.
Oh, I'm hydrated. I am never been more hydrated in my life.
Full of water, please help.
Moving on. Jess, do you know what this is a trailer for? Specifically you.
Final Fantasy?
No.
Yeah.
There's no way you haven't seen this trailer, because I'm pretty sure I showed it to you.
Ninjas?
No.
I haven't seen this. I don't know what this is. Yeah. 11.
11?
12.
That's 12, yeah.
12. Oh my gosh.
Then it explodes. Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Oh.
They announced Dragon Quest 12 like a month ago. I did tell you about this. I also told you that they were doing a remaster of 3. That might have been a thing I focused on.
Yeah, I think you did, because Tom was talking about 3 and no one mentioned 12 to me.
Yeah, they announced 12, and this is all we know so far. Explosion. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How do we know that information too?
There's not even a slime in this entire trailer, though, so...
They
Bad
better, they better make a new slime controller.
Oh, that would
Oh,
be...
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they should just re-release the slime controller, please.
How will that even work for PS5?
It probably just plug in, right? How does it even work on PS4? It doesn't work. It's just a big blob.
It's just the face buttons are on the butt. And
Yeah.
The triggers. I don't even know where the triggers are. I think they're on the bum.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, probably on the back, right? The opposite side of the face.
Yeah.
So you just can't see it when it's sat down. Anyway, next story. Do you guys remember when I played Ghost Runner? And I was like, damn, I really liked playing that. But replaying it, I kind of already know how to do everything. So it's not as fun. I wish there was like a mode where, you know, it was different every time.
Yeah.
And I could just
It's
keep
a little bit
playing.
like a rogue.
It was
Yeah,
it was a bit like that game Rogue. Yeah.
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 Just a bit though, like similar to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, you know, kind of like rogue-esque.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rogue-esque.
yeah,
I wish
yeah.
I wish Ghost Runner had a rogue-esque mode.
Yeah.
What's this on the screen behind
Oh
me?
my god.
Ghost Runner's getting a
That name's just
roguelike
not gonna
mode?
catch on.
What, rogue-esque? Or roguelike?
Roguelike.
Roguelike. Rogue-esque works better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm very excited for this. They announced it 2 months ago and have not mentioned it since, so that's always a good sign. I guarantee it's going to be super hot. Do you remember when they announced when Superhot 1 released, they were like, we're going to be releasing a free roguelike mode for Superhot, and it took them 6 years and eventually became an entire sequel to the game.
They had so many ideas.
They did. That's genuinely, they were just like, we just kept adding things.
Just kept gaming.
Too much gaming. Anyway, so do you remember that game Dying Light 2? The last thing we heard about it was in 2019.
Oh yeah, that was a game.
Yeah, I love Dying Light 1, so I've been excited for this for a while. But now we actually seen more of it, and it definitely looks like a game. It just looks like a zombie game.
Well, I know it's a zombie game, and then when you played it, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that they didn't keep the vehicle stuff from the DLC, the following. Because that was really cool. You had to like maintain your vehicle and like tune it up, and like you could upgrade it and customize it. It was really cool, and it was cool to have that on top of all of the traversal stuff. But no, this is based in like a big like enclosed city, so I don't think it will have any of the vehicle stuff, which is a shame. But probably means, oh hey cat. Probably means that they're not gonna have. Oh my god, Sneaky Pigeon!
GRYITH Pog.
Sneaky Pigeon, do you know what you just did? That was your 24-month resub. That's 2 years with the channel. That is 2 full years. Do you know what that freaking means? It means you're officially a gamer. If you sub to the GRYITH channel for 2 full years, you officially become a gamer.
Oh.
The gamer council is going to come to your house and deliver to you. You know those big checks that they give to like philanthropists? They're going to give you a big giant certificate that is just way too big, that like, and has like bright garish colors, and it's like all black with these big bright garish colors and like an ugly font, and it misspells things to try and seem cool, and it's going to say gamer to the max, and 2 is going to be spelled the number 2, the max, and you will officially be a gamer. I'm so proud of you.
Normally I'm like a dom, but for the gamer title I think I'd be willing to change for 2 years.
Shut the fuck up, Jess. Shut the fuck up. You think you are funny?
I'm a frog.
I can see that. Where are you? You're here. Oh my god.
This is domestic abuse.
20 months to go. You're almost there, cat. You're almost there.
Me. That's Caden.
Oh, I mean, you're almost there. I saw the letter K, okay? I saw the letter K. I saw the letter K, okay? Look. Hey. You're almost a gamer too, okay? It's fine. Just you know, a year and a bit. Look at it like that. A year and a bit, okay?
That's not
a year and
50 months.
It's a year and a bit. It's not like 2. It's not 2 years. It's a year and a bit.
As in, I can't argue.
Am I wrong?
Then it is a year and then an amount of time. I guess a bit is subjective.
A bit could be anything. I could say I ate a bit of Jess's cake today without telling them.
Not on stream.
No,
Oh,
you fucker.
God.
Oh my god. This is why I didn't do the show for today.
I'm putting on an advert.
No, don't. Wait, you can do that? Corruptly redeemed ad
Shut
time?
up.
Okay, I will play an ad.
Yeah, I need to get you out of this cake-based conversation.
Wait, did it work? I clicked the ad button. Did it play an ad? No.
Not on my screen.
I'm gonna just click the ad button a bunch of times until it happens.
No,
Oh,
'cause
it's
then it's gonna put like 5 ads on.
it's not working. The ad button doesn't work. It's broken.
Quick, just do an infomercial now. Do a sponsor. Who's your sponsor?
Fuck. Oh shit.
Frog.
shit.
You're sponsored by Frog.
I'm sponsored by Frogs. The frog community is really important to the channel. A lot of people don't like frogs because they think they're slimy, and they think that they're loud, and they think that they can sometimes be pests in certain areas. And whilst those things are true,
Oh.
thank you. That our sponsor today is Frogs.
Yeah.
Please don't ask for another ad. What do you mean?
This just isn't working out, Chris.
What? No, I did the bit. I did the sponsorship. I did the.
You're gonna have to pull the sponsorship. I'm
Oh
sorry.
dear. Oh.
What?
You slandered the frog community.
Oh dear.
This is just like what happened with Stadia.
What was that?
This is just like what happened with Stadia. God damn it. Fuck.
Oh no. Well, sub to GRYITH. He needs the money now.
I do. I don't have my my sponsor now. Sub, please. I'll die. Anyway, next story. Next story. So this Sonic had a big presentation where he announced a bunch of things. Sonic announced the things. It was a presentation. There was a Sonic Colors remaster and also a tease for a 2022 Sonic game that may or may not be called Sonic Rangers. A lot of leaks have come out about it straight away, immediately, including Sega leaking the title themselves, which was very cool of them. What do you guys think about what's been said about this? You know, that it could be a Breath of the Wild-esque open world exploration type deal. What are your thoughts?
I think if it is a Breath of the Wild-esque exploration sort of game, then that's gonna be what the franchise needs, because like the best parts of Sonic have been the non-linearity stuff, like gameplay wise.
Sure.
And yeah, that would help it significantly.
I think another point to make would be that since the reveal, I think the director of Sonic Team at the moment has said that he wants this to be like the blueprint for Sonic going forward. The same way Sonic Adventure has been a blueprint up until now. They want this game to be the blueprint going forward.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
It
something
does.
that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that the leaks, because they're all just like 4chan, but they could be nothing.
Yeah.
It could.
Like he's gonna be green this one. He's turning green.
They've redesigned him. He's green now. I'm hoping that we're going to see something really different. They're going to just absolutely go crazy with it, and that hopefully they have, since the last game, figured out how to make a video game. That would be good, I think. I would like if they did that, please. Just go to like a school, take an online course. It's
how to video game. See how they did it.
Just imagining like the lead of Sonic Team like googling how to make a video game. He like
How to
bullshitting his
use
way.
Adobe Flash CS5.
God damn. Right, well, it sounds interesting. I can't wait to hear more, but we're probably not going to hear more until the end of the year. But who knows? Because this year hasn't fucking existed, has it? Last time I checked, it was
yet.
fucking January, and now it's more than halfway through the year. So,
Yay, time flies when you're having fun.
yeah? Fun? I mean, yeah, fun.
Definitely an emotion.
Yeah.
Fun and emotion.
Let's
move on.
Moving on. Next story.
Alright.
Next story. So Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know why this is the post I chose to highlight this, but Horizon Forbidden West got a gameplay showcase.
Ooh.
It's pretty epic. It looked great. There were a lot of new additions. The melee combat's been fleshed out, which is great, because I thought the melee combat in the first game was laughable. I know that they wanted you to use the bow and arrow, but why give me a big spear when I can only do one attack with it, you know?
Oh, maybe you want to attack regular spear, you stab.
I guess, but she doesn't even stab. She like spins it around, you know?
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
Anyway, there was also like a glider, like in Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
There was a grapple, which was cool. There was a bunch of new enemies shown. It looked pretty tasty. It looked pretty exciting. And obviously, visual fidelity, much higher, as one would expect.
You can hear the seagulls through your microphone, just so you know.
That's fine.
I should change my image to a seagull.
Yeah? Just have two
Fuck,
images.
something. Hold on.
Just have two images. Be a frog and a seagull.
I will. When I talk, it's a seagull. When I'm not, it's a.
Wow, animals.
Do you guys have any thoughts on the Horizon Forbidden West showcase? Because it was pretty open and shut, right?
Yeah, as someone who hasn't played Horizon Zero Dawn, has it downloaded on their PS5, sitting there, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's sadly the case with most people in Horizon. For a multitude of reasons, mostly its release date being the exact same day as Breath of the Wild. It was one of those ones that everyone kind of knows about, and it's like, we've heard good things. Like, I played it because I didn't get my Switch until June of the year it came out, and it released in April. So I had 2 months before I got my Switch, so I played Horizon, and it was good. It was really good, but I don't think many people have actually played it. It sold a lot, but I would be willing to bet that like a solid 30% of the people that own it haven't played it.
Right, gone up now that it was free for that time, and now it's on the PS
True.
Plus collection.
So true.
Like, I own it.
Is it on the PS Plus collection?
I think so.
It should be. You'd think so. I mean, God of War was. Anyway.
Well, no, I'm sure if I look at the list, I'm surprised at what's missing from there. But
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
Anyway, next story. I forgot why I included this. Moving on. Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh. Santa Monica Studio announced that God of War's not releasing this year.
To be fair, I'm not surprised.
No.
The release date announced it in January.
Yes.
It's coming out this year. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, like God of War came out in 2018, so they were working on it like until the week that it released.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know, but originally they weren't going to do a God of War game. They were doing a new IP, and then Cory Barlog, who had left the studio, came back to the studio and was like, "Hey, do you remember that game God of War that we made before?"
Yeah, that's like the only game we've made. We want to do something that... No.
No, I've had a son now. So imagine if Kratos had a son now, and also he's grown a beard. You mean like your beard, Corey? The beard that you've grown?
Oh! That's neither here nor there. How about Kratos'
not relevant.
wife died? How about that? How about like...
How is your wife, by the way, Corey? Don't ask.
She's been better.
Yeah, no one's seen her for a while, Corey.
No one's seen her since the funeral.
Anyway, moving on. Oh, wait. I want to do a bit for this one.
Oh,
Hey.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, so since the last GRYITH show, this game, Balan Wonderworld released. I wonder how that game's doing.
Oh yeah, I remember the demo. It needed a lot of work, I feel like, but it had potential. It's a nice, fun game for children.
I got some bad news.
Oh? Come on, don't be on. Come on.
Our story today, the one I chose to illustrate this with, is Yuji Naka no longer working at Square Enix.
Oh.
This poor man. According to his own personal LinkedIn and Facebook pages, Naka wrapped up his tenure as senior manager at the company on April 30th. He was senior manager at Square Enix?
Maybe because he had his own team, didn't he?
Yeah, sure.
And
So he was the senior manager
of
of...
Square Enix.
I was going to say. Jeez. Right, next up, because I don't want to talk about... Watch Dogs Legion got a surprise DLC, and it was one no one could have suspected, but also seems oddly fitting. Watch Dogs Legion of the Dead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Zombos.
Guess what it is? I haven't actually played it yet. I feel like I should have, but I haven't actually played it.
DLC.
It's free, yeah. And even if it's not, I have the season pass, so I better get it. Maybe I'll give it a go. Who knows? I'm more likely to give it a go when they release, some of the actual DLC that they planned on releasing that they haven't released yet, because as usual with this franchise, it didn't sell as high numbers as they expected.
Hunting zombies?
Yeah, baby, hack the zombies. And I don't mean with a computer. I mean hack them with a machete. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bit of wordplay there.
Yeah, come to GRYITH channel for all your comedy needs. How you doing, Sam?
My hand hurts.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know.
That's so sad. Speaking of... No, I can make this a segue. Wait, give me a sec. Speaking of hands, my friend just got downed. So let me revive him in this epic game of Fortnite. Because Fortnite's got a new... No, that's terrible. That's terrible. That was awful. It wasn't even worth it. Wasn't even. God, I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, Season 7 of Fortnite is about aliens. More importantly, it's got Superman and Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Time to get swifty. Am I right, kids?
Swifty up in here.
That's the story. Rick and Morty, Alien, Fortnite.
Not much else to say, really.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say. It's Fortnite, isn't it? Oh, also Thanos, I guess. He's not part of the battle pass though. They were like,
He's just there now. He's
yeah,
just
you could just buy him. Except he's smaller now.
back. Oh.
He's smaller than last time they had him in the game. Oh, poor manlet Thanos. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not like we mentioned it earlier in the show or anything. Ha ha ha. It's really good. I gotta say, I think I'm the only person here who's played it, right?
Yes, because I did not buy it. I probably won't.
It's really good. It's definitely easily the best Ratchet and Clank game that I've played. And I
Played 2.
have I played Ratchet and Clank 2?
No. You only played 2, and that was the 2016 version.
Yes, I've played. You know what? Since I platinumed Rift Apart, I have actually played more of them now. I've played the original. I've played the 2016 one. I've played Q-Force, but that doesn't count. And I've now also played 3, which is meant to be one of the best ones.
Okay.
I haven't finished 3 yet, but I'm going to still say with relative confidence that this one's the best one in the series.
Okay.
It's real good. I guarantee it's going to be the same as 2016, Ratchet and Clank 2016, where it comes out and I say, yeah, this is great. This is really good. And then in 2 years, I'm going to be like, what? I never heard of it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. It's Ratchet and Clank. Next story. Do you remember the play date?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, not as anyone. But for some reason, it got this really high production, update thing. It was a kickstarted thing. It's a handheld, I don't even know how to describe it, because it's not retro, because it's brand new, and all of the games are new, being made specifically for it. I don't know how to describe it. It's unique. It's a little handheld console that has a hand crank.
Yeah.
It's a weird little fella.
Device.
Yeah. Yeah, device. It's cute. Honestly, that's the way I describe it. It's cute. But they announced a bunch of original games. Apparently the games are going to be releasing in seasons. Just by having the play date, you get all of the games included on the system for free. Well, free if you don't count the price of admission. Some of them are being done by relatively well-known names as well, like the creator of the Obra Dinn, if anyone played that, is making a game for it. Obra Dinn. What's the full name of that?
I don't get the name.
Obra Dinn. The Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know.
It's like a mystery thing, yeah. There it is. Very unique visual style.
Oh, that. I've seen
Yeah.
it. I should play it.
Yeah. The creator of that is making a game for the Playdate. It looks interesting. And I was thinking, hey, I'd be interested in getting this Playdate. but then I saw that it's like, how much is it? How much is it? It's like too much is how much it is. Too much for.
I remember like being like well over 100.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it being maybe even more than that. 179. It's like, it's not like extortionate. If it was like 200, 300, I'd be like, whoa, pump the brakes. But like over 150 for, at the end of the day, kind of a novelty thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get oodles of time out of this in all likelihood. It could come out and end up being the next big thing. Who knows?
Everyone's got one. It's a new Tamagotchi.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't see it. They seem to think it's going to be the next big thing. Like, look how much money they've poured into this. Look at the production quality of all of these games and the quality of the presentation and the website. They clearly have the money, and they clearly think it's going to be the next big thing.
So
I don't know.
So did Ouya, yeah.
God, where's my one? Mine's somewhere.
Where's my Stadia controller? I'll get that out. Same diff.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Battlefield 2042 got announced.
Yay.
Battlefield 6.
Yeah. It's gonna be a Battlefield game, I bet. That's my theory. That's my thoughts.
It's gonna be in the future.
Kinda. Look, they got Robot Dog. Kat says, I'm super excited for Battlefield 6. Yeah. I mean, it looks interesting. It just, like, it's number one, it's Battlefield. They're never, like, huge departures from each other. Number two, this trailer just doesn't show much, does it? I know it's a cliche to say, but I'm just so fed up of game trailers that just don't show you anything. I'm really sick of cinematic only trailers. If it's a cinematic trailer that mixes in gameplay, sure. But none of them do.
Also, look how long it is.
How long? 4:59.
Show nothing at all.
And you know what? Actually, the thing that annoys me most about these cinematic trailers, they'll do a thing where they like pretend that it's gameplay. They'll have a few seconds of like first person POV stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you shitting me? This
But
isn't
Rick,
gameplay.
A
Yeah.
million likes.
It does have 1 million likes. It does, because not for the trailer, for the game, I'm sure. It doesn't show much, yeah, really cinematic and all that. I've been really wanting to get a Battlefield game at release, or at least an early release. Yeah, I mean, if you do get it at release, tell me how it is. But I think this is one I'll be holding off on. This stuff, the stuff with the weather systems, looks super interesting. But again, like, we don't know how this actually affects gameplay. We just have this cinematic that shows us this one scenario. So I don't know what to feel about it, you know?
I mean, Battlefield had already done weather better than Overwatch did, and Overwatch took how long to get weather systems
true.
down for their game?
True,
Which they
so
put in-
true.
They spent they had like the Archives event, that third storyline, and there was so little story because they spent all their time working on like the weather shit, and I'm like, perish.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, hydrating whilst we move to the next story. And that's a good segue. It's not a segue. That's a good transition. Because now we're moving on to the big event that happened whilst the Grith show was on hiatus. It starts with an E, and it ends with a 3.
Third E. The
Oh
third
my
E.
gosh.
There are 3 of them,
Wow.
and they're all E's.
What does it possibly be?
It's E3, guys! It happened!
Oh my god.
And it's over! It's finished!
Oh.
So what, I'm hearing you clamor, got announced.
What got announced?
Let's go through it.
Okay.
First up, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the known universe who's actively excited for this one.
Excuse you.
Are you a fellow based Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep enjoyer?
I never got to finish the DLC.
Oh my god. It's genuinely one of the best DLCs for a video game ever, in my humble opinion.
Ooh.
So good. It's genuinely, if you don't know about it, Caden, Jess, do you know the DLC?
I know
Yeah.
almost nothing about Borderlands.
Well, do you know the setting of Borderlands? That it's,
I know the setting of Borderlands.
yeah, it's desert planet looter shooter, comedy writing.
Yeah.
Well, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, the setup was they're all playing a game of not Dungeons and Dragons, and you play as the characters that they're playing as in their game of not Dungeons and Dragons, and it's all based in like a fantasy. You still have the guns and stuff, but it's in a fantasy setting with crazy shenanigans.
That's pretty cool.
It
That's
is.
pretty wacky.
It is. It was really good. It was really well executed, well written. It was almost entirely new enemy types.
Wasn't it called Bunkers and Badasses?
Yeah, it was called
Wasn't the
Bunkers
name
and
of the game?
Badasses. Yeah. But this Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is going to be an entire game entirely based in the Bunkers and Badasses world. It's still going to be a looter shooter,
Okay.
and that's all we know.
Okay.
But I'm excited because I like that DLC. I personally, that was the peak of Borderlands for me. After that, it all went downhill. But hey, who knows? Maybe this can recapture the magic, or maybe it'll ruin the DLC for me forever, and I'll never be able to look at it again. Who knows? We'll have to wait for it to come out.
Yay.
Yay!
Risk.
Yay! What else did they announce? Jurassic World Evolution 2. Come on, guys, start cheering! Jurassic World. Come on, guys. Are you not? Guys, it's Jurassic World Evolution 2. What do you mean I'm the only person in the world who played that game and enjoyed it? What are you talking about?
Definitely went through a phase of like a week, relatively recently, of you just playing that for hours.
I still like jump into it like once a week regularly. I have it on my PS4 still. I still regularly play it. It's not even like the best game ever. I'm a simp for this franchise. Wait, no, I didn't say that word. I said stimp. I said stimpy, like Ren and Stimpy. Yeah.
It's a time waste. I get that. 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, this is another trailer that shows nothing. It's a cinematic trailer. It shows us nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. These aren't even in-game assets.
It's got flying dinosaurs.
Yeah, that is one thing it does tell us, that it has finally the one thing that the first game didn't have, aerial and marine dinosaurs. And it was a bit weird that they didn't have that, seeing as Jurassic World, one of the...
Pterodactyls?
Well, there were, but they were only in a DLC, and you could only have them in an aviary that you couldn't see inside. It was a bit weird, too, considering how big a selling point of Jurassic World was. This time there's a big mosasaur, and one of the main dinosaur threats in the movie is the pteranodons that escape and start killing everyone. So it's weird that the game didn't have any of those.
That's in the waters, so to allow room for a sequel.
Yeah, true. Well, clearly it did, because here it is. And it's what's especially weird is that presumably this is going to line up with the release of Jurassic World Dominion, or Domination, or whatever the fuck it's called. Presumably. But it's based after the events of Jurassic World.
Based?
It's based as any other Jurassic... No. I'm not going to say that this franchise is based. What am I doing? It's based after Fallen Kingdom, which doesn't make much sense to me.
Jurassic World's dead at the end of that one. Oh, spoilers.
Guys, I'm starting to get the feeling that you guys don't want to have an eclectic conversation about the Jurassic Park franchise. What about the Velocicoaster, guys? We're going to be talking about that later.
Yeah.
Next story.
Yay! Next story. Mario Party Superstars.
Yay.
Yeah,
Next
there
story.
it is. I agree with Sam. I do not care about those.
Yeah. Now that I don't live with my friends.
Yeah.
Unless they're allowing, okay, I will only listen to the story if they're allowing multiplayer board game instead of it being the fucking, oh, you can only do the mini games.
Wow.
You're gonna have to say this one because I kind of zoned out whilst this was being announced. So you take this one.
They have exactly what you just said. They have multiplayer boards,
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm interested. Go ahead.
but then everyone has to buy a copy for £50. So
Oh, never mind. I'm no longer interested. Shut up.
exactly.
Oh, is IGN getting sponsored by Alienware now? No, I don't care. Okay, next story. Nintendo also announced Metroid Dread, which looks really exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Metroid 2, 3, 2.
I think there's Metroid. There's Metroid 2.
Yeah,
There's Super Metroid.
yeah,
Then there's the Game Boy Advance one. Is Fusion.
yeah.
Sequel
But this
to
is
that one.
this is a sequel to Fusion.
Yeah.
Okay,
Game Boy
gotcha.
Advance one.
Gotcha. Anyway, point is, this looks like it takes a lot of stuff from the 3DS one that I forget the name of.
The remake of 2. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. And that game was really fun. I played it semi recently. And it also has an enemy that looks fucking sick and dope, so that's always good. But yeah, this is one of the things I was most excited for from Nintendo's thing. I think probably top 3. But yeah, next up, another of the top 3, WarioWare. Get it together.
I mean, WarioWare is always good.
It's true. But I'm a little tentative with this one because they've made that big change of making it like a platformer, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like instead of
you actually use a character, like
Yeah.
a curse or something.
yeah, like you control a little character instead of just like the controls being different for every single one, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but also we don't know if that's going to work yet. Until it is in our hands, there is no way to know if that's going to work for this game. But it probably will. Like I trust them to make a WarioWare game, and it's not like WarioWare games are ever like masterpieces anyway. But they're always fun, always good fun.
They're always
The first WarioWare game I ever played was WarioWare Twisted.
Which one's that?
What's that one on? Was that the?
That's the one where you it had the little game pack had a little sensor that determined if you moved it. Or, if you moved the console. So
Oh, was
certain
this
games
the Game
required
Boy
you to
one?
Twist certain
Yeah.
games required you to twist it so that you could actually get through with it.
Oh, wow.
That sounds fun.
They're always quite the innovative experiences. So I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm really really curious and tentatively excited for this one. Definitely want to keep the old eyes on, and the big one for me. Come on, this one's just for me. This is an announcement that they did
Mario
just
and
for
Rabbids.
me. That's right, No, I don't even think I have Mario and Rabbids open, but it's Fatal Frame. The Wii U Fatal Frame game is getting a port. And I was thinking, finally, Nintendo's finally put something on a Switch that I'm gonna buy. I'm finally gonna use my Switch again. Guess what? I'm not gonna buy it on Switch. I'm not gonna be buying it on my Switch. No way. They're releasing it on fucking everything. It's being released on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PC, and Switch. So I'm definitely going to be getting it on PS5 unless the Switch version has some crazy motion controls that isn't on anything else or something. It's weird though. It's a weird decision, especially considering Nintendo owns the rights to Fatal Frame.
Yeah, there must be something they don't own that has to be like, oh, so we're gonna put on this all this stuff that you can do.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon it could even be as simple as the team that makes it were like, we're doing this remaster, but the deal is that you guys can announce it, but we can get the publisher to release it on whatever we want. And Nintendo was like, yeah, sure. In our perception, no one gives a fuck about this franchise, so do whatever you want. And they're probably right, but I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Me.
It's the real winner.
The first game I played when I modded my 3DS, don't tell Twitch I just said that. Hacks are illegal. No, I'm joking. Anyway, the first game I played when I modded my 3DS was Fatal Frame, the 3DS one. It was, if you don't know, it's an AR game that you need a little booklet for. That's it. And I
fell in love.
And I just fell in love. But I was like, wow, a horror experience on the 3DS? This is the only one. This is literally the only one. Like, I've looked for horror games on the 3DS and the DS. There just aren't. There's none. There just aren't any.
Why would there be?
Well, it's true. Why would there be? They're for the kids. Yeah, it's for family. A family console. But look, there's only so many times I modded my 3DS ages ago. I played like 3 things, and I just haven't played any. I still regularly use my Vita. Like, every day I use my PS Vita. I still don't use my 3DS, even after modding it. I was like, I'll mod it, put some stuff in it, I'll finally use it for the first time in years. Still on my Vita.
Yes, the gaming library for 3DS isn't very, like, I don't know, because when I modded my 3DS as well, it's like, oh, what can I play? And it looks like,
yeah, it's just I don't know if it's just that it's not for me. I don't know if it's just that there's not much variety in the library, and I don't know if might just be that there's not much super high quality stuff in the 3DS's library. Who knows? Anyway, what else was announced? Guardians of the Galaxy is getting a game based on the comics, made by Square Enix. Nothing to do with the Avengers game. Got to make that clear.
Oh no.
It's nothing to do with the Avengers game. It just happens to also be published by Square Enix and also have a lot of the same art designers. But it's not the same.
Hopefully the different game designers.
Yes, hopefully. Well, it looks very...
Gameplay.
It looks very different. It looks to be almost like a Mass Effect kind of thing. There's a lot of, like, dialogue choices and, relationships that you form with the members of the Guardians. You only get to play as Star-Lord. You can only play as Star-Lord in this game. But you can command the other members of the Guardians, and I think that's the majority of the,
Why would you want to play anybody else?
Groot could be fun. Tree.
Yeah, but Star-Lord.
Yeah, it's true. He has his little rocket boots. He has his little dual pistols.
I think he would be the most fun to play.
He would.
Anyone.
Yeah, it's true. And it was also announced that there's going to be a Switch version, and I was like,
Yay.
interesting. But it's a cloud version, so it's not really a Switch version. So, yeah. Can I also say, small side note, props to the Square Enix presentation. It was the only presentation where they showed gameplay of every single game that they talked about.
Yay!
Like
a gaming conference.
Like in the Xbox One, I think they showed actual gameplay footage of like 3 or 4 of the games.
And they were just like trailer after trailer after trailer.
Yeah, that was a great presentation because they just did not stop. It was just constant bam, bam, bam. But it was all cinematic trailers or like concept trailers or like just not enough to sate my eternal hunger. I accidentally opened up this Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity article because that got DLC when I wanted to open up a Breath of the Wild 2 article because that got a new
Yeah,
trailer.
we finally got some info of Breath of the Wild 2.
Exactly. It's very exciting. It looks super different. Obviously, the few details that you can glean from the trailer that they showed make the mind go wild with all sorts of potential for what they could do. It looks like there's time travel powers. It looks like you know,
Up in the sky.
they're up in the sky.
Link lost his arm.
Link lost his arm. Zelda's might be there, might not be there. It's there's so many things. There's some parts that are up in the sky and some parts that are down in regular Hyrule. There's all these crazy new enemies, and the mind goes wandering with all of these potential for what this game could
Have a
be.
name yet? Oh boy.
Exactly, but it doesn't even have a name yet, and it's very important to keep expectations in check. This isn't going to be like the next big Zelda game. This is a very high quality. It almost feels like an insult at this point calling it an asset flip, because it's not anymore. At first, I feel like it was at first, but that trailer was just so different.
Yeah.
That it almost feels this is an asset flip in the same way that like some people consider like Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess to be like, you know, kind of the same, even though they're not.
Just same on the surface, but you know,
Yeah.
they got different things going on.
Exactly. What's next? Oh, they also announced a Zelda Game & Watch, which I'm low-key kind of tempted by. I'm more tempted by this than the Mario Game & Watch, because the Mario Game & Watch was like, you can play the original Super Mario on it. But this one's like, you can play all of Zelda 1 and 2 and Link's Awakening. And those are like chunky games. Those are big boy games. Like Mario...
Very different as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mario 1 and 2 is like, cool, I spent an afternoon playing those. But these ones are like a week each, you know. So I'm low key tempted by this one, you know. Plus, it's a
Plus, you
cute.
have the
it's cute.
time.
Yeah, you can look at the time, and it looks like Zelda.
Oh.
Capcom announced Resident Evil Village DLC is quote in development. Ubisoft.
Thank you.
That was a big sigh. I feel like I should ask what your thoughts are on that, Sam.
It just came out.
Yeah. Well, they announced the
Give it
DLC
a little
for
more time.
they announced the DLC for 7 before the game released.
Oh yeah. they
Okay,
did.
but that's different. That is different because they were already full on planning it before the game was released anyway.
Yeah.
This is, hey, we let the game out. Oh, people want DLC? Okay.
Yeah.
Smile. We'll release DLC. Give it a bit more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it's especially annoying because it means that this DLC, because they weren't planning to do it before the game released, it's going to take a long
It might
time
end
to
up
come out.
rushed.
It's either going to end up rushed in order to get it out in a timely fashion, or it's going to come out so long after the game's relevancy that no one's going to get it. You know?
Except for you.
Except for me. I'll be here.
Waiting.
I'm already waiting. Ubisoft announced Rocksmith Plus, a subscription service that I want to call a sequel to Rocksmith, but it's different, but it's almost not a game at this point. It's like a proper subscription service for like, I don't even know how to describe
Teaching you how
it.
to play guitar.
Yeah, it's teaching you how to play guitar, but it's also just something you kind of do for fun. Rocksmith's weird. It's so
You're
unique.
paying for tutoring lessons.
Yeah, exactly. Rocksmith's a very strange thing because it's hard to fully like pin down what it is, you know. I had it on PS3 back when I was interested in learning instruments. And it's a unique little thing, and I'm very glad that Ubisoft's brought it back. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope got announced, as we all know.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know about this, but alright.
Oh, didn't you? It's a sequel to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, obviously. It looks
Never played
more. It looks more based around like the Mario Galaxy style stuff. It looks based in Mario Build. Moving on, Far Cry 6 is getting DLC that lets you play as all of the villains from the past few games, which, as a fan of all except one of the past few games, 4, I wasn't a big fan of 4, I think this is very exciting because the villains are always really fun. And maybe they'll be fun to
The
play
reason
as.
always on the box.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. And finally, from Ubisoft, Avatar.
Oh, we.
Yeah, remember?
That was
Remember?
so that was that one more thing.
Yeah, and it was quite the surprise. No one expected that. It was so strange, that reveal trailer. We saw the grass and and everyone was thinking like, what is it this? Is it that? And then you saw the fucking Navi and they're like, come on, it's Avatar, come here.
We gotta keep the rights.
Yeah, true. Jess, you're probably the biggest Avatar fan I know. What do you think about the Avatar game?
I think it could be potentially very cool if they pull it off.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on which Ubisoft studio is working on it, but depending which one it is, it could be really cool. Like, imagine an open world Avatar game. If they properly flesh it out, give you loads of, options and variety in the gameplay, there's potential there, I think. Probably more potential in Avatar as a game than a movie, right?
Yeah, and you're on an alien planet, and there's a war going on.
Yeah, exactly. I think this has potential. Like, I've been trying to think about which studio could be working on it, and the only studio at Ubisoft I know for a fact we don't know what they're working on is Ubisoft. Oh, fuck, I forgot what they're called. Maybe Belarus? I'm not sure. The one that worked on Starlink. Ever since Starlink, no one's known what they've been doing, right? And I don't know how I'd feel if they were the ones that were working on that.
So what else have they done? Because this isn't Starlink.
No, it's not. This definitely isn't Starlink. Let me look this up. Avatar Ubisoft game. I don't want the game Avatar the game. Ubisoft's got to have an official page for it. There we go. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I'm looking at it on my other monitor. Here we go. Developer Massive Entertainment, Ubisoft Dusseldorf, and Ubisoft Shanghai. So it is. Dusseldorf was the one I was trying to think of. The Starlink team is working on it, but they're also working on it with Shanghai. And Massive. Is Massive. I feel like Massive's the one that works out of the UK that we met, Jess.
Oh, maybe.
They did a lot of the Tom Clancy stuff, which I don't know how that would translate into an Avatar game, but
Ons?
human
people there as well.
I suppose there are human people. I honestly, this whole game's a big question mark. I'm so curious to see what it's going to be, but I'm like 50-50 on if this is even going to be a little bit good or not. You know?
Wait and see.
Not a big bar, not a high bar for licensed games. What's next? Oh yeah, at the end of the what's Jeff Keighley's thing called? Summer of Gaming intro presentation. Jeff Keighley was fucking vibrating with excitement. He had something to show us. He was like, "It's back. Here it is." No one knew what it was going to be, and it was Elden Ring, the white whale of the online gaming community, and it's back.
Again.
Yeah, after 2 years of nothing, not a whisper of anything from this game. We got a new trailer, and it looks like a FromSoft game. I don't know what anyone expected. I've heard some people say they're disappointed. I've heard some people say they're excited. What do you guys think about what we saw of Elden Ring?
So, like you said, it's a FromSoft game.
Yeah.
Which I haven't really been a big fan of. I still want to get Sekiro, but the price has not gone down for it at all.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, it looks cool. I like the fact it's multiplayer. I don't know if any other from game was multiplayer.
Yeah, they tend to have some form of multiplayer.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, I can summon someone, but it's just like oh, 4 people can join in and
Yeah.
help you out.
Yeah.
It just looks very interesting. And it's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, as always, the character designs are really, really cool, really, really interesting. But as I said, it kind of just looks like a FromSoft game, which is
it does.
not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm always very 50-50. The only FromSoft game I've loved is Bloodborne. The rest of the time, I'm very iffy on FromSoft games. And again, like you said, I also haven't played Sekiro just because, as you said, the price just doesn't go down ever. But hey, who knows? We'll have to keep an eye on Elden Ring. Another game that got announced, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus.
What?
Yeah, it's Doki Doki Literature Club except with more content now. One thing I don't like is that the trailer isn't trying to hide what the game is anymore. The #1 psychological horror experience. #1 in what?
Because
I asked.
everyone knows now.
I know everyone
now.
knows, but it would still be funny if some kid on their Nintendo Switch was like, I want to play the anime game, and they bought this. It'd be funny.
It breaks their Switch like, oh.
Oh, no. I do wonder how Doki Doki Literature Club would work on console, considering that like parts of the game require you to like go into the game files and alter things.
Yeah.
So like, how would that work?
I don't know, maybe like
It doesn't.
delete
That's the
the
point.
game off your system.
That would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one. If it was like delete the game and it could somehow see that you've deleted and reinstalled the game. But I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how any of it's gonna work. Yeah, something to keep an eye on. I'm interested to see what the new content is, but I'm not like interested enough to spend money on it. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, that's soon as well.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, it's real soon.
Big win right now for gamers who didn't know. The Steam Summer Sale started yesterday.
Yeah, I was looking at my wish list, seeing if anything's on sale, and then I remembered that I don't have money anyway.
Yay!
Yay!
That's crazy. So anyway,
Yeah, Steam Summer Sale, always exciting. Death Stranding's on sale, guys.
Yeah, I can Stranding play.
I've never heard of it. Never heard of it.
It's the world's first Strand type game, except for, you know, Journey and Firewatch. Nah.
What I'm interested in,
Yeah.
Dead Island Riptide is finally on sale. I played the original Dead Island, but I never got to play Riptide, so I'm kind of interested, to be straight honest.
Don't get too excited for Riptide. I'll say that much.
What is it? Is it just the original with just more content?
It's kinda. It feels like a standalone DLC, if you know what I mean.
Cringe.
Yeah.
That is neither base nor red pill.
It's true. It's true. Supposedly, EA is going to be reviving Dead Space next month in 2022. Sorry I'm late. I was trying out Boneworks for the first time. Flood, please tell me what you think of Boneworks. I'm very curious to hear.
Hey, does bone work?
Huh. Boneworks.
Heyo.
Supposedly, EA is going to be reviving Dead Space, which is a little... It's great. One of my favorite series.
But
they only shut down Visceral Games 2 years ago, who made the previous Dead Space titles. So, either this game isn't very far into production, or the team that's currently working on it took over production from Visceral Games, and it's going to be a mess. My backbone doesn't work after all that. Oh no, sad. Or there's an or.
I don't know, maybe.
No, there's no or. There's no or. But this isn't confirmed. This isn't confirmed. This is all just rumor. But it's corroborated rumors from multiple sources. So do with that.
Off
what you want.
topic.
Yeah.
Random thing here. This just in: Cyberpunk 2077 still a buggy piece of shit.
Yeah. I was actually the next story is that it's back on the PlayStation Store, and it's the same game. So I don't know why it's back on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, it does have a warning. They literally they posted this and said, "We've put this PlayStation 4 game back on the store, but please don't play it on a PlayStation 4. We beg you."
For the best experience, play on the PS4 Pro or PS5 consoles.
Yeah. Lord, how embarrassing.
I wanted to get Cyberpunk, but it's still too expensive it's still too pricey to justify. Even with a sale, it's only 32% off. That's still $40. That's still too much to pay to justify the bugs.
It's
if
true.
It was like $10. If it were $10, I'd be like, yeah, I'll snag it.
Oh, that's well worth $10.
Yeah, that's a $10 buggy piece of shit.
Yeah.
Graphics, but buggy piece of shit.
If Cyberpunk was like 20, 25, I'd say it would be worth it on PC. If it was 10, I'd say it'd be worth it on console. If you've got a PS4 Pro or a PS5.
Even thing, $30. Just cut the price in half. That's an even trade.
Yeah.
It's a buggy piece of shit.
Yeah, but it's still full price, which I don't know how they've managed that. God.
They haven't had the best 6-7 months, have they? So.
No, they certainly haven't. Right, well, that was the last of our gaming stories for the last 2 months. Moving
Well,
on.
I'm gone then. Bye.
See you, gamer. Guys, I'm gonna save that one actually. Anyway, so Disney announced a film called Ron's Gone Wrong. Try and say that 3 times fast.
Wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's very wrong. They announced this like a month ago, and then they released a trailer like 2 weeks ago, and I still keep forgetting this film exists.
Oh, I didn't know there was a trailer out.
Oh, exactly. I feel like they don't even care.
What's it about? Because this tells me nothing.
So it's about a world where there are these pod creatures who are like iPhones, and all of the kids have the latest pod creature, right? And it takes pictures for you, and you can scroll through social media on it, right? It's a phone that is a robot, right? Okay. But one day our protagonist character gets his, and his dad got it off the black market or something, and it's broken, it's all glitchy, and he wants to get it replaced, but through his lovable, affable innocence, he learns that maybe he's not broken, he's just different. Yeah, exactly. Flip says, "Oh great, I got hit for the best bit. I'm gonna smash Ron on a fucking pavement." Yeah, I agree. This film looks like dog shit.
Gone wrong.
Yeah, this whole film's fucking gone wrong.
Yeah, that sounds like a Pixar short.
Yeah, it really does. Space Jam 2 got another trailer. Remember Space Jam 2? Remember, it's still happening, guys. Come on.
Everybody get up.
Oh no, they're gonna have a cover of that by like Panic at the Disco or something.
No, it wouldn't be Panic at the Disco. It'd be Lil Yachty.
Yeah, it'd be little. Yeah, it would be that, or it would be like Billie Eilish or something. No, it'd be little. It would be Lil Yachty. It would be. What if it was like Travis Scott or something?
I'm thinking someone young and goofy.
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert. That'd be a good one.
Oh god, they are. Yeah, they certainly are. There's definitely going to be a shit cover of the Space Jam song. God, this movie.
Will Smith does it.
Honestly.
Who's the original?
That's a really good question.
It's just Space Jam song, isn't it? Oh, Google it.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Space Jam theme song. Quad City DJs?
No, okay. If you say so.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be watching this one anyway. Well, I'm going to watch it because I have a fucking cinema pass, so I feel
Yeah,
obligated to
if
watch
it's on the
it.
cinema, you're gonna watch it.
Yeah. And you know what? My cinema was like doing early bookings for this and then cancelled the early bookings. So I don't know what happened.
Oh.
I still don't know how I feel about these. Yeah, true. I just still don't know how I feel about these like 3D model versions. Like they're all really well animated.
Yeah. But I feel like it's lost its charm of it.
Yeah, exactly. This feels way too high budget for Space Jam. Like,
Yeah, it looks very, very expensive.
I think the problem with a film like this is that Warner Brothers seem to have missed the memo, and they seem to think that people liked Space Jam unironically. That people
Yeah, as in,
legitimately liked Space Jam.
at the time, I don't know what the consensus is now. At the time, it was like, this is a bad film.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a terrible film. And now people laugh at it. Like,
Yeah, exactly,
Space Jam.
exactly. This is one of those films that you watch like, oh, it's so silly, it doesn't make any sense, it's just a big advert. But I guess Warner Brothers sees any buzz as positive buzz, right?
all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Jam.
Cinemas are opening again. Yeah, cinemas are opening again. I've seen a few movies already in the cinemas. It's been great. I watched Fast 9 the other day. That was something.
That's cool.
To be honest, those Looney Tunes characters are best left as a childhood memory. Yeah, I have to agree. Actually, no. Most Looney Tunes characters should be left in the past, but Bugs and Daffy in the Looney Tunes show, the like new one, it's really weird because I love that show. I love the new Looney Tunes show. Not the new Looney Tunes show, the Looney Tunes show. There's too many Looney Tunes shows with too many slightly varying names. The Looney Tunes, but it's not Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, the originals were all about the animation and like exaggerated physical comedy. Exactly, but the Looney Tunes show is like
sitcom.
It's a dialogue-based sitcom. Like
It's really good.
it's really good,
Great.
but it's not Looney Tunes.
No, and then
Oh, yeah.
sometimes I have like a slapstick thing in the middle. It's like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, exactly. It feels out of place having the slapstick. It's weird. Anyway, that's enough Looney Tunes. Let's not go crazy with this, but I'm not going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion. I'm not going to do it. But I am going to talk about Jurassic World Fast and Furious because Universal has been trying to get a Fast and Furious and Jurassic World crossover movie funded.
Yes, please. Yes. Please.
Right?
Are you serious?
Picture.
Is this news? Like, is this new news? 'Cause I've
No, this
not
is from
heard
last month.
anything
This is from
about
last month.
it.
Right.
Oh my god.
Picture this. So, some children or something are about to get eaten by a pack of velociraptors, right? They're closing in slowly. The kids are huddling together in fear. The raptors are closing in on all sides, but the kids are backed into a corner. How are they going to get out of this? Suddenly, a puddle next to them starts vibrating. What's going on? You hear rumbling. The ground is shaking from something approaching.
Dinosaur.
What is this? The wall explodes inwards, and in through the hole, the T-Rex. But how did it get here? How did it know? Riding on the back of this T-Rex? I got a new member of the family.
Yeah.
It's Dom Toretto.
I call this baby Charger.
And he fucking pilots the dinosaur to go and kill the velociraptors. And he has a gun too, also. Dino heist. Oh my god, imagine. That would be the plot of the movie. That would absolutely be the plot of the movie. They've got to like go and get the Barbasol can and like drive it away. Oh my god, you know that scene in Jurassic World where Chris Pratt's like on his bike with the Velociraptors. They would absolutely recreate that, but it would be like they'd also have guns and shit.
And magnets.
And oh my god, fucking Fast and Furious 9 is the most fun I've had in the cinema since they reopened.
Oh, I can imagine. Fast Furious, like, post 5,
Yes.
they've just been stupid fun.
There is a spoilers for Fast and Furious, minus spoilers for Fast and Furious 9. There is there was a moment where I realized that this was an amazing experience when I was sat there watching it in the cinema. There is a transition in the movie that goes directly from two guys driving a car, like a Pontiac, in space, in outer space, and it cuts directly to Vin Diesel using giant electromagnets to push John Cena's car away from his car. It's the fucking best. It's so good. The editing is terrible. The writing is hilarious. There's a big chunk of the movie based in London, but it's not filmed in London. It's filmed in America, so all of the actors are Americans doing shit British accents. And there's a moment where someone goes, "Oh my god, it's Dominic Toretto!" And it's the funniest thing in the world. It was so good. I was the only person in a cinema screen. No one else wanted to watch the movie. And it was a magical experience. It was.
I can imagine. I wanted to see Hobbs and Shaw in cinemas, but I wasn't Fast Furious pilled enough to go by myself.
Fast
to go with me.
I saw that one in the cinemas. I think I might have seen all of them post, like, from like 5 onwards. I think I've seen all of them in the cinema when they've come out. You know what? If you wanted to see Fast 9, I would go with you. I would go with you. I would rewatch that.
It's a date.
Yeah. Well, are people complaining about the MCU and Fast and Furious series is still going strong? Yeah, people complain about like bad, uninspired, like action-heavy stuff being in like superhero movies, which actively try and be different every time, and then like Transformers and Fast and Furious keep getting fucking movies every 2 years. And we're at the 9th movie, and they're like, we've got to fucking up the stakes still from like driving a car between 2 different skyscrapers. I know, they go to space and have industry-grade electromagnets strapped to their cars.
The funny thing is, it started off as
it's like street
cool,
racing.
Street racing.
Yeah,
I was like, no, this isn't where the money is.
Yeah, the
We
first
need to make
Fast
it
and Furious
fun,
one.
like,
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, the first Fast and Furious movie is like, this is a gritty, realistic take on like street racing.
Yeah.
Now look at it. Oh, what a fucking world. Right, we also got a new trailer for the first trailer for Monsters at Work, the Monsters Inc. show.
Ooh.
Yeah. It looks okay. It's a real shame. It's a real shame that yeah, exactly. It's a real shame that so far none of the Disney Plus shows have been great. Like, it needs a banger, you know. Disney Plus needs.
I think Mandalorian was a banger, but I feel like that was a bit weird because it was already out and then we got it weekly. It's like, I'm just good. I've watched it already.
Yeah, Mandalorian was really, really good, but I still don't feel like that's like. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen it in a while. It wasn't The Boys. It wasn't like a service seller. At least not for me. I know it would be for a lot of people. Like, for my brother it was. But, oh no, it's going to be child show dribble, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's literally for children. I think the most egregious thing for me is how boring these designs are, right?
Yeah, it is like regular. You see, yeah.
They look like they were specifically designed to be able to make action figures and plushies out of.
They look like a monster.
Yeah, exactly. This looks like someone's like someone's doing a challenge. An artist on Twitter is doing a challenge where they make an OC for a franchise every single day, and they were like, "Here's my Monsters Inc. OC. He's purple, got long horns." Anyway, what am I doing tomorrow?
Oh, this one's got 3 legs.
Ooh, wacky. It's a shame too, because when this was announced at D23 like 4 years ago, they said it was going to be like an office style thing, and like I feel like the only way to like reinvigorate that style of television would be doing an animated thing with crazy monsters, right?
Yeah. Because that was, I haven't seen it. That's what Muppets was it?
Exactly.
Show.
That's
That
exactly what it was. And Muppets 2015 was so good. It was exactly what the Muppets franchise needed. It was fresh. It was different. It was exactly what the genre needed. The like office style genre needed, as I was saying a second ago, and as you said. But no one watched it because no one could. And the people that did watch it were like, "Oh, I used to watch the Muppets when I was a child, so I'll watch it with my child." And then in the first episode, Kermit's like, "Yeah, I like Miss Piggy because she's a sexy pig. I like fucking Miss Pig." I'm like, Kermit.
Like, Kermit, no.
To be fair, they go really hard on it in like the first episode. I feel like you got to build up to that. You know, you got to like.
Well, set the tone though.
Yeah, I guess. Why did they give
Yeah,
up on making Pixar films compelling rather than just air? I know this is a show, not a
Soul
film.
was good.
Was that?
Soul was great.
Oh, I thought you said Bolt. I was like, what? Yeah, Soul was really good. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Soul. But Soul feels like such an outlier right now, you know? Like, what do we had like
a new one, don't they?
Yeah, Luca. We had like
week.
yeah, we had like Onward came out, and then we had Soul, and then we had Luca. And out of those three, Soul stands out as like, it feels like they actually had like a different. They were trying to do something different, at least in the human world. I personally think almost everything in the like heaven world in Soul was kind of just Pixar drivel, you know. But the stuff in like New York was so like alive and different and like so good.
Also, jazz in film.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
Jazzy soundtrack on.
Yeah,
Soul.
like that soundtrack. Who was it? It was Trent Reznor and
I don't know.
someone else. But yeah, Trent Reznor is popping off right now in terms of his soundtracks. He also did the soundtrack to Watchmen a couple years ago. There's a few other things he's done recently, but damn, he's doing so good. But yeah, Soul was so good, and as I said, it feels like an outlier in what they've been doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Soul was good, but like back in the beginning, it was bangers every time. True, except with Finding Nemo, which I stand by just being all right.
I got to get the shit out of it when I was younger. So.
What with the sharks and the
Shark at the
anglerfish?
beginning. Yeah.
Oh, the beginning. Oh my god, the
jellyfish.
beginning is scary, where the mother dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jellyfish. The jellyfish are
eaten
so
by
ominous. Yeah, true. True.
Oh yeah, that's a horror film.
Yeah, yeah, true.
But
God.
yeah, I think going back to like saying that it was bangers every time. It's because they're only doing one a year, one every 2 years.
Yeah.
Now they're doing like 2 films a year.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
You know what was the and I think the very first film was like, oh, this is our second film of the year, was The Good Dinosaur.
Ooh, yeah, Good Dinosaur.
Remember that one?
And they're so rigidly forced into this box now. They're not allowed to make animated movies anymore. They're not making animated movies anymore. They're making Pixar movies. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when they made like
yeah,
Toy Story and like Nemo and stuff like that, they were making animated movies. But Onward and Luca and The Good Dinosaur even is that those are Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because that used to mean something else.
Yeah, but now it's like, oh yeah, it's Pixar film. It's like it's a wacky world with human characters and a deep message in the third act.
Yeah. And I know I've said this a couple times for a couple topics already, but I don't want to sound like a cliche, but I do feel like the Disney acquisition, like when they got purchased by Disney, like that's what did it, really, isn't it? That's when it started going awry, right?
When did they get purchased? Like, what was the first Disney Pixar?
It was. Let me look this up. Pixar. I can tell you. Let me just look at timeline. Fuck's sake, this is one of those Wikipedia articles where you have to go to a separate Wikipedia page to see a list of their films.
Oh,
Fucking hate that shit.
internet.
Oh, I can't be bothered. I went back and rewatched all the the old Pixar films, and Finding Nemo genuinely bored me. Studio interference is a fuck. 2006. They got bought in 2006, so that would have been like
Cars.
Cars. Was Cars the first like Disney Pixar film?
And if it was, then yeah, we should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, because even Cars has that feeling of like Cars still has that feeling of like old Pixar, where it's like this idea shouldn't work as well as it does, but somehow they completely elevated it. Like, how does Cars work as well as it does? Cars 1, I mean.
Then we don't talk about Cars 2.
But even Cars has that feeling of this was made to sell toys to children.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even watching Luca, if you look at those fish people, I look at that and I see plushie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it is what it is. Speaking of animation, why did that open in the wrong window? There's a new He-Man series.
Okay.
I guess they saw that She-Ra was popular, maybe, or maybe they just wanted to make a He-Man series. I don't know how I feel about this, because I always... Like, there's so many He-Man fans out there, but they're always, like, older millennials, you know what I mean?
What year was the original He-Man? Like, that was like,
think
after 40 years. That's like
Yeah,
the
it's
80s.
40 years. Yeah, 80s, yeah. They're always, like, older millennials who had, like, a VHS of it that, like, their parents already had. And I feel like those are the only people who are fans of it. So, who is this for? Is this for those, like... 30-year-olds, or is this for like kids now?
I don't think it's still 6 for kids.
But I don't know if He-Man's something that would work for kids unless they change it a lot, like they did with She-Ra, where they changed like everything about it. Like She-Ra
It looks sick though.
Yeah, like the animation looks stunning. And there's no audio that I'm playing, but I know for a fact that I know that I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're playing "I Need a Hero" in the background.
The Shrek song.
Exactly, the song from Shrek, made for Shrek, and from nothing else. Yeah. Which definitely sets the tone. That's a song that very much sets the tone. It's definitely, that's the other thing that tells me this isn't for kids. That it has that feeling of like trying to play on nostalgia.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. It makes total sense. But at the same time, how many of the like fans of the original are going to want to watch this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably watch an episode. Just like, oh yeah, He-Man.
It's true.
Well,
it's so true.
Time to watch Breaking Bad for the 3rd time. Or I don't know.
Yeah. Flub says, I feel like this is going to be targeting fans of existing anime series. Maybe. That's very possible. Yeah.
I could see sort of like, oh, I liked Yasuke. I'll watch this.
Wait, the official Psycho Gorman account replied? That's weird. Anyway, Jurassic World Dominion had its release date pushed back by a year. Don't talk to me about it, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be in a new movie. When was the last time you heard of... Yeah, right? Not only is he still alive, he's more than alive. He is like... He's still... Look at this! This man is like 70 years old and he can still do this shit. He still does all his own stunts in this movie.
Right.
And he's...
Training. That's what it's been.
Yeah, I mean, he's a specimen of a man. Big up Time Cop. I love Time Cop. I thought actors his age were restricted to Expendables type films. I mean, this is no. Let me be clear. This is how do I describe it? What's it called? This is the Taken movie, right? All old action stars always have a Taken style movie where they've got to like someone's been kidnapped and they've got to go take him. You know, a fucking who's the fucking kung fu guy?
Ishan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan had one a few years ago.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
I remember looking into it, and I did a whole video about him for uni.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Was
he
it
go.
called The Foreigner or something?
Yeah, it was called
you-
The Foreigner.
I
Oh
was like,
no.
okay.
Oh. Yeah. So it's either actors like this get an Expendables. They get to be in an Expendables movie, and they get a movie like this where it's just Taken. It's just a plot of Taken.
Yeah. They get like a grudge father looking for daughter.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's Outliers, like Nobody, which is technically a Taken style movie, but Bob Odenkirk isn't that old and also wasn't an action star. So what are you doing here, Bob?
You go see Nobody.
I didn't. I was going to see it the same day I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
The
you're going
Father,
to, yeah.
but then I was expecting to be bored to death by The Father and need the pick me up to make me excited again. But The Father fucking ripped me apart emotionally. Wasn't Nobody a joke though? I thought it was a serious action movie from the producer of John Wick, like taking the piss out of John
No.
Wick. No, I think it was
No,
just.
I think it's not quite parody, but it's very like, oh, this is a regular guy who's had enough. Something like that. I don't know.
I think it's less parody, more pastiche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like.
In the same way, Dawn of the Dead, it's got like the trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to talk about Venom 2. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to talk about Venom 2.
Venom. Well, you gotta go get him.
Oh, I have got to go get him. Look, guys, Venom 2. Wait, Venom 2 released a trailer that went completely over my head. Yeah, it's called There Will Be Carnage. Guess why? It's because Carnage is in the movie.
Because there will be carnage.
He's in the movie. There will be carnage in the movie. Oh god. This one's meant to have like almost double the budget of the first movie.
Oh god, that sounds like a mess.
It does, considering the first movie went way over budget because of all the reshoots.
Maybe this means Spider-Man will show up. That's what the budget's going towards.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
It's like, I need to take down Carnage, and Tony's like, oh, where am I?
Is this in association with Marvel or is Sony doing their own thing? So supposedly, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Marvel gets to make like 2 more Spider-Man films, right?
I think the deal is a Spider-Man film, and then Tom Holland appears in like 1 or 2 others.
Okay, so it's very possible that this is going to be one of the movies that he appears in, right?
Yeah, but then Sony also has its own Marvel universe.
Yeah. They're doing this, and then they're doing Mobius, right? Morbidus. No, why would he be called Mobius? Is he actually called Mobius? I never thought about that before.
I don't know. I don't know what their plans are, because I feel like starting a franchise got spin off the universe with the film, then a sequel to that film.
It's
Is
called
that weird?
Morbius. Morbius.
The vampire guy.
This had a trailer in January of last year.
Oh.
I mean, I know stuff happened last year that meant movies couldn't release, but like, what happened to this movie?
It's coming up. Give it some time.
Agent Mobius is in Loki. You're right. No, I was thinking more like Mobius, like the guy who invented the strip. You know what I mean? His famous strip, you know?
Yeah, the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah, Mobius, inventor of the Las Vegas Strip, yeah. Mobius is just a sci-fi sounding name because of the Mobius Strip. Yeah, exactly. It's like, God, I watch a lot of like low-budget sci-fi films, and I cannot tell you how often in like new like indie sci-fi movies there will be like a computer or a street or a like something just called Asimov for no reason. Mobius striptease, nice. Oh god. Right, Far Cry anime series, but not actually Far Cry Blood Dragon, which could be cool. The best thing about Far Cry Blood Dragon was its visuals, so hopefully. Vin Diesel announced that Fast and Furious will conclude after 2 more films. And I love this story because it's like the Fast and Furious saga is going to conclude after 2 more films. It's like a joke, right?
Gotta wrap up the arc, you know.
Yes, but why 2? It's not like the next film's going to be the final one. It's like we're gonna do a 2-part ending. Where it's like fucking Twilight or fucking Hunger Games.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah. Also, I don't want to watch this because Jared Leto is a word I'm not sure I can say on Switch, and I don't like him. Yeah, he's also a method actor, and I don't respect method actors, so...
But he was Joker, baby.
Yeah, well, he is a bit of a Joker, I've got to say.
Oh, but he also only had 2 scenes in Blade Runner, and he was great, so, you know.
Yeah, true, he was great in Blade Runner, but, you know what they say, less is more. We got a new clip from the Cuphead show, which still hasn't come out. But it looks really good. I really like I complained before on the Gris show. You can find clips of me saying I don't think this looks enough like the style of cartoon that the game was going for, but they've given it like the film grain now, and everything's got that like wild rubber hosey feeling now, and the backgrounds feel really detached from the characters like they did back in the old days, and it feels a lot more like it should, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely could have gone further still, but I feel like at that time, just like look how much work went into the game, and that was like, oh, 24 frames.
It's
this
true.
One. It's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think also what probably doesn't help is that they probably already done a lot of the animation in the old style, which was just like a modern cartoon style. For lack of better term, I'll use a term that I hate, the Cal Art style. But so there's only probably so much they could do to make that feel more old timey. Forgot about TOS. Redact the comment. It's fine. I'll just leave it. No one's gonna fucking tattle, are they? I wanted to include this next story because it's one of the funniest news stories I've heard in years. NBC's Ultimate Slip and Slide series has shut down filming after up to 40 crew members fell violently ill with awful explosive diarrhea on set, potentially caused by a parasite.
Oh no.
Now let's unpack this, because that is one sentence and a lot happens. So first, NBC's Ultimate Slip and Slide series.
What does that even mean?
What is that show?
I've never heard of that show.
Parasite was a good movie. True, flop. What would a slip and slide series be? What everyone slides down? Is it progressively larger slides? Are they progressively?
I'm assuming it's kind of like a man versus food type deal, where you just go around the country like, oh, this is the slip and slide of the most.
I'm gonna do every slip and slide in America.
Man versus slip and slide.
But it shut down filming after 40 crew members fell violently ill. Okay, that's a huge number of crew members, right? Mm-hmm. Especially during COVID.
Yeah.
How did they all catch it? If it was like all of the cast caught it because they were all sharing the slip and slide and they weren't being disinfected, or they were sharing the water from the slip and slides on their asses or something, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But how did the crew get it? They fell violently ill with explosive diarrhea, right? I shouldn't have to dig into explosive diarrhea. Take that out of context all you like. How did the parasite get in there? Sabotage, possibly caused by a parasite. How did any of this happen?
I guess it was in the water, but then why? It's probably been closed.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't fathom this whole thing. Maybe the rap has more. Let's see.
Also,
continue reading. Join Rappo. Fucking. Carry on.
But I'm saying like, I'm used. I'm like, oh, I've got a parasite. Like, what actually is a parasite? Like a worm or something?
A parasite,
most
yeah,
of the
basically a parasite. From what I have been told, is any like basically any multicellular like thing, but like that's what it's used for generally speaking as like an umbrella term. But what it in medicine, that's what it refers to. But in like biology, it's a creature that takes from another creature without giving back. It doesn't have like a give and
no
take.
benefits.
Yeah, like a leech is a parasite, and it like it just takes. It doesn't do anything back. Umbrella, you think the Umbrella Corporation are responsible? Oh my god, we figured it out. For the Parasite and Ultimate Slip and Slide, the pieces are all coming together.
That story, that's believable. Because Jesus, that is a lot of like things that shouldn't have happened.
Right? It's just it's so much. It's so much.
Wow. I wish them all well. I hope they.
Yeah, I hope they're better
just
now.
live a little less.
God. Right, what else happened TV wise? Toucan Buddy Season 2 got its premiere. Jess, what did you think? Being a big Toucan Buddy fan.
Very, very good. Perfect.
Wonderful. More importantly, Batman does not go down on women because heroes don't do that. Do I need to say anything more? I
don't think you should.
I don't think I should. I really, 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 really want to show the Zack Snyder tweet to do with this, but I actually think my stream might get taken down if I do.
Yeah. Just go on. Is it still up? Because you just tell people to. Have
Yeah,
fun.
go and look at Zack Snyder's tweet to do with this situation. Let's see here, what else? I'm opening these live because I didn't have enough time to open 2 months worth of stuff. Donald Glover knows why movies and TV shows aren't taking risks. Oh, that was you. You posted that one.
Yeah. That was more of an opinion piece, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I read through it.
Agree with.
Yeah, he was pretty based.
He was.
There was a preview of Uzumaki, which we haven't heard from in a while, and I was really worried because when they first showed a preview of the show, it was basically just a voiced version of the manga. Like, there was not much movement. It was just like frame with like the mouth moving and like some tiny movements, and then next frame, and it was just like a direct, not even like a translation, just like a direct reading of it, you know?
Yeah.
But this clip is fully animated. It's fully in Junji Ito style. I don't know if anyone saw the Junji Ito like mini series anime from a few years ago, but that had a really low budget and was like, it was in like a pretty standard generic anime art style. It didn't have much detailing. It didn't have, and that's what makes Junji Ito's artwork scary, just like the insane level of detail and grossness.
Yeah.
But like, it just didn't have any of that detailing because they had to make everything move. But this, because it's Adult Swim, you know, as big a budget as they wanted, it keeps the black and white, no color. Like, this looks like Junji Ito's artwork brought to life, like straight up.
Yeah. That looks great.
It looks
just like
so good.
Rotoscoped.
Yeah,
Looks like.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm so excited for this. Yeah. Speaking of Junji Ito, I don't know if I posted this, but Junji Ito did a promotional comic book for the Japanese release of The Lighthouse.
What?
Yeah, right? But we'll get to that. Actually, I think I did post it, but we'll get to that.
That's great.
But right now, Sony Pictures Animation announced Hotel Transylvania Transformania.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Player.
Wow. Oh, I found a Zack Snyder tweet, but I'm not gonna show it. Can't show it. I think we're almost done on TV.
monsters turn to humans, the human turns to monster.
Whoa, and then Mavis, I guess, just stays the same for some
Yeah,
reason.
I guess.
The new Johnny Test series got announced. Did you hear about this?
Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah, baby, more Johnny Test.
it looks even worse.
It's back, baby.
It looks awful. Like, it actually looks disgusting.
It's so.
I don't know why.
It makes me just distraught.
I don't know why I can't put my finger on it. I just know it looks worse than the original.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
had-
the lack of big black lines.
Yes,
That could be
yeah,
it.
yeah. There's just like the outlines just aren't there anymore, and the art, the like minor art style change is so strange. God. Anyway, we got a
I
new.
watched it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it because I like torturing
Or
myself, I
stream it.
guess. So this Jurassic World Dominion tease shows off just how incredible the dinosaurs look in this movie. Like, this looks like fucking. This looks fucking beautiful. But it also, this section of the film that is in this teaser, they announced that supposedly, the entire first like 15 to 20 minutes of the movie are going to take place in dinosaur times.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why. Like, how would that link back to the movie?
I don't know. Yeah, by 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a
gonna be
long
like a
time.
98 type deal where everyone's signing.
Yeah, who knows? I guess we'll have to see. Well, it's an extended preview in IMAX, but I can't see that for obvious reasons. No IMAX around here. Suicide Squad got a new trailer. Sorry, the Suicide Squad,
yeah.
not to get
Come on.
confused. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
got a new trailer.
Prove that name.
Oh, I know. Honestly,
Suicide Squad. Come on, man.
yeah. Honestly, this it still looks fun, but it's probably going to be a little cringe.
As in, I don't think it could be worse than the
Yeah,
original.
it's definitely
If it's edited well, then it beats it.
yeah. It definitely can't be worse than regular Suicide Squad without
And
the.
Oscar-winning Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be worse than Oscar-winning Suicide Squad. Or was it Oscar nominated? Did it win?
Oh, one best makeup against Star Trek.
Fucking next story. The live-action Snow White has been cast, and it is Rachel Zegler.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought her name was Snow White. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'd say, come on.
Oh, yeah.
It was never taken. Everyone's saying it.
Ah, man.
I'm not the bad guy.
They can fix it in post. It's
Yeah?
God. Oh god, read into that joke however you like.
Oh no.
It's I didn't even know they were doing a live action Snow White, so I saw this and I was like, oh, they're doing a live action Snow White, but I guess it makes sense. They're doing live actions of all of their movies, right? God.
Just licenses.
Disney is also working on remakes of The Little Mermaid with Halle Berry. No. I misread that. I skimmed it and I misread it. Halle Bailey,
Yeah, that's someone else.
set to play Ariel. Pinocchio, starring Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's Pinocchio?
I don't know. He's gonna be.
Whoever the maker's name is.
Yeah, he would either be the Jiminy Cricket, or the Geppetto, right?
Geppetto, Gazupi, yeah, the maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, so Disney's still doing their shit, I guess. Candyman got a new trailer. I'm kind of worried for this movie, I'm gonna be honest.
I haven't seen the trailer. How is it?
They changed like everything. Like they changed his backstory, and they changed. It kind of seems like they're just not going for as hard hitting a social commentary angle as the original movie has.
Yeah, I am
Well,
worried about it. I gotta be
yeah.
honest.
But it's interesting because it's not like it says it's from Jordan Peele, but he's only producing it. He's not directing it. So
Yeah.
He's not Jordan Peele's next film.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they're like, yeah, it's Jordan Peele from Jordan Peele, but it's who is it? It's what's her name? Who's directing? she's like done some good. She's meant to have done some good movies in the past. I don't know if I've seen any, but she's meant to have done some good movies in the past. So I don't know why they just. Oh man, especially because like, if this ends up being bad, that's on Jordan Peele's like. You know, if it ends up being bad and no one sees it, people are just gonna know. Oh, it was a Jordan Peele movie, right? Because that's what everyone's getting told.
That's the name. It's like, oh look, it's Jordan Peele's Candyman.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a shame because the original movie was so like inherently embedded with its social commentary.
Yeah.
It seems weird that this one isn't, or seems not to be. It could be that it is, but that's just not clear in the trailer. But like the way they've changed the backstory of the actual Candyman to be about him. Oh, everyone thought he was a pedophile, but he's actually it was proven that he wasn't, but he was already killed, and like it's like that's not what it's not.
Yeah. Also, that seems a bit.
It's shock value, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, he was a pedophile. Then no, he's just. I think is a slave not shocking enough?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when it comes out. But the more we see about the movie, the more I'm worried about it.
Yeah.
It's a shame. When does it come out? August 27th. Guess we'll see. Another horror movie got a new trailer just today.
Oh.
Halloween Kills. And this, on the other hand, the more I see from this movie, the more excited I am. Because after Halloween 2018, like, they kill Michael Myers, right? Like, they trap him in the basement.
That house that's on fire.
Yeah, they trap him in the basement and set the house on fire. Like, he's not getting out of there. But it looks like they're almost like, you know how in Halloween 2018 they imply very lightly that there's like more to him, that he's like more than just an evil man, that he's like the original Halloween, he was presented as like this force more than like a person, but he was still he's Michael Myers, the guy. Yeah, in the script. Yeah, in the script, Michael Myers for the original Halloween, he's always referred to as the Shape. Just this manifestation of pure evil. And it looks like in this one, from all of the dialogue that Laurie Strode and other characters say in this, it looks like they're really leaning hard into this idea that he is just this unstoppable force. He's not a person. He isn't Michael Myers. He is just a force of death. And I really like that idea of leaning into that. Plus, like it looks like the movie starts with him coming out of the burning house and immediately murdering like 5 firefighters in the most gruesome ways possible.
Yeah, it starts off like straight after.
Yeah, like it's literally like seconds after you see them like still leaving the house. So,
well, the poor Strodes, they've had a bad day.
Yeah, Laurie has not had a good run of it. Neither's the daughters, actually. Damn, the ending of that movie is so good. That honestly, Halloween 2018, what a good sequel.
Oh yeah, because we all watched it. It was like, yeah, that was good. They just watched the original Halloween. It's like, that was way better than that one.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Oh my God, the original was so dull in comparison. It's ridiculous.
And this film has a surprise twist where they find out there are 2 killers, and one was comedian and actor Mike Myers. Oh my God!
No. Come on.
He gets arrested, and he's like, "No, I played Austin Powers. You can't arrest me." I'm more of a Shrek man, personally. Fuck.
I'm a Wayne's World, honestly.
A Wayne's Worlder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for this. John Carpenter isn't just doing the soundtrack this time, he's executive producing, which is good. I love my man JC. October. I wonder when in October. This film called Halloween. I wonder when. Do I make you fear for your life, baby? Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Right, here's a little clip of the Junji Ito's The Lighthouse manga. Here's a little,
Yeah, please.
look at this. Look at this. I would love to read this whole thing.
Sick.
Especially because Junji Ito, like, has experience with doing lighthouse-based imagery. Both Uzumaki and... I think it was called, like, the Sea of Despair or something.
Yeah, the weird fished one.
Yeah, the fish one. Both of those have like heavy use of lighthouse-based imagery. Bofa, Willem Dafoe manga. Oh yeah. Oh.
If Lighthouse was like animated in that stuff.
Wait, terrifying. Look here with the snow. Only I can fuck them. That's not how he sounds at all, but.
Yeah.
God, I would read a whole. In fact, yeah, like you said, I would not only read this. I would love to see like a 10-minute remake of The Lighthouse, like a best bits, just reanimated in the style of the Uzumaki
Lighthouse
animated
funny
one.
moments.
Yeah.
Lighthouse funniest moments compilation, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who could pull off? Like, Junji Ito could so pull off It manga. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, think
Junji
of all
Ito
the
could do
scenes
that
where
so
the
well.
books, like, the pages of the book, like, slowly come towards you.
I w-
That would be portrayed so fucking well if you're actually reading
I
it.
agree. I would love to see Junji Ito do like Stephen King stuff. That would be amazing.
That would be sick.
I mean, Stephen King is like one of his biggest inspirations. He says that all
Yeah.
the time in interviews and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking. You remember the lady from the flute lady from the painting in the movie? I can't remember if that's in a
Yeah,
book or
imagine
not.
that on, like,
That I mean, that's basically
you
a
know,
Junji
3
Ito.
full pages, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
sick. That'd be sick.
yeah.
A supernatural prequel is being made.
Oh,
The show's supernatural.
Yes, the show Supernatural.
they're really
called
milking it,
Natural.
huh?
It's just natural, yeah. I don't know how you can do a prequel.
It says they're gonna do the parents.
Oh no, but the actors are so old now. I suppose they'll be young, right? And they'll get new actors, and it'll just be.
What was the premise for the original Supernatural? Were they just like vampire hunters or something like that?
They were just like they just killed. Imagine X-Files for teenagers. They just go around and find like supernatural goings on, and then
really
murder
bad.
them.
Oh, so
No,
it
it's
was gonna be that.
it's one of the best shows the CW has ever made.
Yeah.
But that's not a compliment.
Until the Powerpuff Girls come out.
Oh, of course.
Script?
Of course. Silly me. Silly me. God, that script. That's maybe I should have talked about that.
Any excuse. It's great.
God. Let me
Josh,
see if there's
I
any
think your
missed.
backgrounds might be a little intense. I'm just thinking if anyone's got like epilepsy, a lot of them are quite flashy.
That's okay, Jess. No one watches this show anyway.
Oh.
Oh dear. David Swift's coming out.
I'm trying to look at misc stories, but I actually think you might be lucky this week. I don't know if there are any. Oh, here we go. Behind the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Behind the scenes at the unopened yet Jurassic World Dark Ride at Universal Beijing.
Ooh.
Very
Silly
exciting.
picture. Look at that dinosaur.
That is a very.
They're all silly pictures,
picture.
honestly.
That's not a dinosaur, that's a man.
That's a human man. What the fuck? What else? Oh yeah, one of the best experiences at all of Disneyland Paris is the Nautilus, a interpretation of the submarine from Jules Verne's epic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It is a walk-through attraction. You walk down into an actual submarine, actually underwater, and you can spend as much time as you want taking in the sights of this fully realized environment with all sorts of interesting things to look at, moving parts. Sometimes when you look out of the windows, you can see things swimming by. There's a big porthole, and you can see the giant squid from the climax of the novel occasionally come and attack the ship. It's one of the best things to do at Disneyland Paris. So anyway, Disney's decided that the best thing to do with it was to put big rails up and make it a queue It is no longer a walkthrough attraction. It is a queue for a meet and greet with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
This is what you want, right?
I
Yeah.
can go visit Mickey Mouse underwater.
Yay. Woo!
Isn't he just in the park?
God. Disney World had a big thing where they were like, we're going to announce so many things for our 50th anniversary, right? So here's one of the biggest announcements.
Cake.
Yeah, cupcakes,
Hey.
and
Ooh.
the characters have different outfits now.
Ooh.
And the fireworks show is been extended by a few minutes.
Okay, fireworks are boring anyway. That's fine.
And they're going to be adding these 2 statues, but only for 1 year.
Then Mickey dies. Oh.
Yeah, and then Mickey's dead because he's 90. And they're releasing this book. In case you can't tell, it was pretty shit.
In the book, because he was like, "What's the book about?"
The book's just about the park. It's just I've got like a book that's basically the same thing, like right over there. It's just gonna be like, Walt had a dream, a vision, and it all had to do with how much he hated the Jews. Anyway. Do you know what? I think this is our final story, but do you know what got announced yesterday, guys? Windows 11.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's 11 of them now.
Jeez. Well,
Right? There's 11 of them now, right?
why did they skip 9?
Do you actually know the story why they skipped 9?
I don't.
So the reason they skipped 9 is because when they did Windows 95, in all of the like source code, they couldn't be bothered to type out 95, so they just typed out 9. So now, when they when they tried to do Windows 9, it had a bunch of issues and conflicts. That's it. That's the reason.
So,
It's the stupidest reason.
so okay.
What? Never thought I'd see you
yes,
there.
Yes, Windows 11.
Yeah, Windows 11, it's going to be a free upgrade, which is exciting. You'll need a PC that meets minimum hardware requirements, which is a 64-bit CPU, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of storage.
More storage just for. I guess it's bullet. We're not updating it.
Yeah.
We just need that. Okay, makes more sense.
It's going to have a new UI, a new start menu overhaul, performance improvements, updates, and improved multitasking. And the big announcement is that it's going to have access to apps, Android apps. You're going to be able to have Android apps. And at first you might be thinking, whoa, are they going to let you use APKs? They're going to let you install APKs on Windows now? No, you have to use Android apps through Amazon's App Store.
Okay.
Yeah, the worst
Why not-
app store.
Why not Google's App Store? You know, the people who did Android.
Yeah, no.
They're probably like, oh no, we're gonna make it. exclusive to
Yeah, they were like
whatever.
Chromebooks. We got our Chromebooks to think of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Time to kill Bill in Minecraft. Ooh. You can't say Minecraft anymore. The FBI's onto us. Still good news for when Microsoft said they couldn't announce the release date. The company says Windows 11 will be available through a free upgrade for eligible Windows PCs. Yep, I think I said everything. Oh yeah, Xbox said some stuff about Windows 11. It's going to have auto HDR support, direct storage support, and the Xbox app is going to be built into Windows 11 from the get-go. As opposed to how it's been in Windows 10, where it's just been retroactively shoehorned into the system.
Now it's gonna be built for it.
Exactly.
Windows 11.
Exactly. Android apps. Yeah. Finally, we can watch TikToks on our computers.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Imagine.
What we've always wanted. And what's this? Oh yeah, Misk. It's Misk. This is a bit of TV and a bit of Misk. Disney announced a TV show called Behind the Attraction.
Wow.
And
Is
it's
that, like,
gonna-
naked attractions or?
No, it's going to be about the attractions at the theme parks.
Oh.
Wait, they announced an episode list. Disney Behind the Attraction episodes.
The Jungle Cruise. Walt wanted to go on a jungle cruise, but he was poor.
But he didn't want to go. Walt wanted to go on a jungle cruise, but he didn't want to have to interact with any foreigners, so he decided to make his own.
I would not be surprised, I gotta be honest.
It does sound like something Walt would do. We should
It
order a
really
downgrade
does
to Windows
sound
7 in protest. True. Right, the episodes are going to be. The first one is actually Jungle Cruise. Wow.
Oh.
Um,
There's a film coming out. That's this year as well, isn't it?
that is this year. That's in like
So,
2 months, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
Next up, Haunted Mansion, which I'm very excited for. Then Star Tours, which I'm sure they'll take time to talk about Galaxy's Edge during that. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, very exciting. The Castles, I'll watch it. The castles are interesting enough. The Disneyland Hotel, I'm hoping that means all of the Disneyland hotels around the world, not just the Disneyland Hotel in Anaheim, which is boring. Space Mountain, and I'm hoping again that doesn't just mean Space Mountain in Disneyland, because the differences between all of the Space Mountains are genuinely fascinating to a nerd like me.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be like the one with the selling points. Like, oh, did you know?
Yeah, like Space Mountain in Anaheim is like a slow-moving, like completely pitch black nothing ride. Then Space Mountain in Florida is mostly pitch black, except occasionally you get to see a meteor. Then Space Mountain in Paris is an entirely different ride based on Jules Verne's From the Earth to the Moon, with full set pieces and stuff, and now that has been turned into, sadly, Hyperspace Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain, and it's all Star Wars themed now. It's still a good ride. It's just sad that the Jules Verne theming is gone. Then it's going to be Small World. I might skip that episode because that ride scares me.
Heyo.
Heyo. Trains, Trams, and Monorails. Yawn. Hall of Presidents. Mega yawn.
Wow, those both those are boring. What
That's-
happened back to back?
Yeah, right. And that's where it ends as well. Hall of Presidents is the last episode.
Here we have Theodore Roosevelt.
Did you know that they've still not got Joe Biden in the Hall of Presidents? Let me check that that's actually still the case. Biden.
I thought it was like, they still update it and like oh, like, this is president here.
Yeah, they have to update it and like put the new president. Like they have the Trump one that totally wasn't Hillary that they suddenly changed to be Trump. I mean, look at that face. That's totally Trump's face.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like the fact is, then in the first place is weird, but the fact is like, oh look, here's all the presidents, here's all the history. That's a museum at that point.
Yeah, like they closed it in January and everyone was like, oh, they're going to add Joe Biden. And then they didn't. He's still not there.
You can get the rights.
What, to Joe? Who even knows? Who even freaking knows? It's a Small World scares you. What's the backstory? It's scary. I'll tell you my fucking backstory, alright? Look, Small World, when I was younger, I was fine. There was a moment, though. I was at Disney World. They just introduced these babies, right? The magic bands, okay? Now, magic bands are really, really cool. Whilst you're wearing one, they act essentially as your ticket to the parks. So you don't need to bring your physical ticket anymore. You tap this against a little card reader, and this acts as your ticket. It also lets you pay for things, lets you unlock your hotel room door. It does everything for you. It's really cool. Another feature that it has is it has a RFID chip in it, which allows them to use sensors at any point in the park to pinpoint your exact location with millimeter accuracy whilst you're within the park. What this allows them to do is cool things like when you remote order at a restaurant and then go and sit down at the restaurant, they can bring your food out to you without you having to tell them that you've arrived and sat down at the restaurant. It also allows them to know which seat you're sitting on in the ride and know your name. Now, one way they decided to do this was on Small World, at the end of the ride, the little dolls will point at you and say your name. And then it'll show you on a screen the seat that you're sat in and your name. And then it'll say, "It's a small world after all." That's terrifying. It was...
Annabelle. That's the next Annabelle film, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure. It was so scary. And I want to reiterate, I wasn't a baby when this happened. I was like 15. Yeah, anyway. Everyone knows that Small World's scary. Small World's always been scary. Like, have you heard that song? How many times has that song been made fun of for how creepy it is, right? That was a whole bit in Shrek, right?
But it do be a small world, though, so you know.
Yeah, it do be a small world. It do be. Scrapped military targeting system. True. True. Disney has the technology the military could never. Do you want to...
money for it.
Yeah, true. True. Do you want to know the crazy thing?
Go on.
That was our last story for the day.
Oh,
I know.
no.
I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's
Now we're
crazy.
all caught up to the news. Now we
All caught up.
finally live in June 2021.
Now you guys already all know what's going on in the world. And you can go back to your lives peacefully.
Yay.
And I can go back to my regular streaming because I'm going to be doing some streams some point. Don't know when. Definitely next week. I'm going to be doing a... Jess, when do you get home? Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And you're leaving on Sunday. See, originally I was going to do a Sunday stream because you were leaving on Saturday. But now that you're leaving on... Oh, I can still do a Sunday stream because you're leaving really early.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a stream this Sunday, probably.
Yeah.
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 You're not doing anything on Wednesday.
I have work, but other than that...
Well, yeah, no, but the evening.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. All good. All good. So yeah, expect streams. Expect GRYITH Show weekly again. It's also Friday from now on, not Monday anymore. Friday GRYITH shows. It's good to be back. I just love the sound of my own voice. I sure do.
The grind's on.
The grind, it's back. And also, I was meant to start on it today, but I'm gonna get back on fucking Marshwood. I swear. That's my promise, live, recorded. Because I got the soundtrack back from our wonderful composer, our brilliant, amazing composer for this new episode. And I listened to it whilst I was doing something else, and like I just need to listen to it again, and I need to put the voices, and I need to sit down and Marshwood and perform a Marshwood. You know what I mean?
I need to marsh some wood.
Exactly. Well, anyway, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes, this episode of The GRYITH Show. So, thank you, everyone. This has actually done better numbers than any GRYITH Show has in almost a year. An average of 5 viewers, according to my live update.
Take 2 month breaks more often.
Yeah, that's all I have to do. So I gotta stop stalling, and I've got to end the episode. Thank you for coming, everyone. See you on the flippity flop.